Hello and welcome back to another fantastic, and it is special. I know every single show that I do is special, but this is special because we're going to get to talk about a show that's only 38 days away. And that's right, it's the big show. And who better in this universe to talk to about that show than Jill right after we hit the credits. Jill, hello, welcome back from Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much. Hope you got maybe a little time off over across the pond.
It's gone way too long without seeing you. I was getting messages. What's happened to your USA show? Where's Jill?
38 days. Thank you for the countdown. I know.
Yeah, 38 days.
You know, everyone has like a little calendar here. We're counting down, and then we all take our break after, much like the retailers. Oh my God, Alex, you're the best. You are the best. We need to put you on our podcast now. It is, we like to represent the retailers, and we can't have a show before Christmas, of course. You kind of have to do it afterwards. So we are in the similar time frame in terms of like delaying all the vacations and delaying all the laying on a beach until in January. But we are so excited. This year, I don't know if we say this every year, but this year feels like one of the best speaker lineups we've ever had. And I'll explain why and I'll give some teasers. But really, the theme this year is one of my favorites. It's the next now. I love a wordplay. And if any of your listeners also listen to you and I back in Paris, we talked about the theme it's a global theme for 2026 for all.
I noticed that. Yes.
And, at first it was like, well, that makes sense from a marketing perspective. But what I love about it is we have one theme globally, but every market is a little different. So every market will take it and make it their own. So for the US market, which of course we have many, over 100 countries usually come to the big show. So in the US. So this year, the next now is our theme. It's a wordplay. Means what's next is already here, is now. Yep. I mean, think about these headlines we've seen. You go from, hearing about AI maybe last year. Now people are doing, large percentages of shopping through AI, generative, shopping engines. Like that happened quickly. It's just these hockey sticks. So it's about keeping up and keeping pace, or trying to keep pace with technology moving so fast. So that's kind of the one. And then the next now also means really this next generation. The next generation that is replacing a lot of the workers that have been in the digital world, the e-commerce world.
Yeah.
A lot of those people are now, lucky for them, in the retirement age, and they're going off and they're doing other things. And what that's getting replaced with is this generation that doesn't like to get content necessarily in the same ways that maybe, the Gen Xers and a little bit older did. What a lot of them have told us, and we've done, focus groups, we've done one-on-ones, we've done all sorts of, qualitative and quantitative research. They like to take part in the content and have a conversation. Well, that is wholly different than what we've done of one to many for many, many years. Wow. So what we've tried, and I'm leading the witness here, so you can ask me what's new. What we've tried to do is really focus on that up and coming generation and give them content in a slightly different way without disrupting everything we've built. So
yeah, I got you. That's fantastic. I am really curious. What for you are like the standout most different things in this year's show?
Sure. No, it's a great question. And you're exactly right. You have 5,000 people sitting in the audience. Everyone wants something different.
Yeah.
But nobody necessarily knows what they want. They just know if they don't
just want
it. Right? They just want to be there, hopefully. But it's really interesting because you can't, you're not going to please every single person, but hopefully at the end of the day, they are learning. That is really number one. Whether or not you thought going into that session you were going to learn something, if you come out learning, to me, that is, ultimately a success for the retailers and the partners in the room. So what's new this year and what's most exciting? Really, I'd want to highlight kind of three main things. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention AI, of course. Yeah. Can't go a few minutes. So we have an entire AI stage. Now, what that means is not that all the other 8 stages we have don't have AI on it, but we have one stage that is only AI content. And we've really broken it out into just general AI and then agentic AI. That, to a lot of people, doesn't really have a big difference, but to those in retail who are applying it at kind of that, next level, it does
Or have to apply it at speed, right?
At speed, right. So there are sessions there. There are roundtables where you can sit with, kind of experts who are either at a technology provider, they're independent, they're at consulting firms. They all have different, really benefits that they can bring. So that's a huge, huge one. And that's up where the newest technology is up in the innovation area. We also call it the River Pavilion. So it's
is the River Pavilion where your AI stage is?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
That's where it is. So all the way kind of up and in the back was big windows. Beautiful. So go there. Number 2, we're really trying to have the interactivity of the audience and the speakers. So we're adding speaker Q&A, which is something we've never done.
Cool. Yes.
Not necessarily on stage because, again, you only have 30 minutes. It's not enough to do anything on stage, right? I mean, that's like, it goes by really quickly, hopefully. But separately, up on level 5, where the keynotes are right outside the keynote room, not when keynotes are going, of course, we will have a separate stage where you can go ask the speaker. So we're trying to do it where it's right after their session, so you can go over and ask the speaker what you didn't get to ask in the room. So if it's a panel, we're trying to put the whole panel on there. If it's just one person, so we're trying to add that element. And, we have those, I think it's 10 to 1 every day of the show, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. The third thing is, in the rooms, we're trying also to use technology that is a little more interactive. So whether it's voting on, when the speaker asks a question to the audience, someone can vote, whether it's upvoting a question or upvoting, a topic so that they can pivot. We're trying to have the speakers and the audience have a little more interaction that's not one to many.
Yeah.
So we're trying a lot of new things there. We're passing around, iPad tablets for ratings during the session so people don't forget. We're trying a lot of new things, and we are always happy for feedback and ways that people want to hear content. So we'll continue to iterate on that. It's a big thing to do with more than 40,000 people.
Absolutely.
We're going to try.
I mean, yeah, it's anyway. I'm just thinking.
Don't worry. I know what you're going to ask. We're aiming for over 40,000 like normal, aiming for over 100 countries like normal. And, usually around a third of those are international, a third of the 40,000. So, we're aiming, it looks really good given all the economic uncertainty we had, all through the summer. We were a little nervous about visas, but it's tracking really well, and fingers crossed everyone can come that wants to come.
Yeah. And putting aside that you've got 2 flagship events in Singapore and Paris for the second and first.
Yeah.
I think it's incredible. I mean, listen, as a punter, as they would say in the UK, I've been going for 15 years, and I've got two people who work for me going this year, and I've said to them, if you like something, get there 20 minutes early, right? If there is a talk you want to be in there, get in that room. Otherwise, you're going to be on a pair of headphones sat outside. Because last year, thank you for introducing that, where if you couldn't get into the room, you could at least go and listen to it, which was frustrating, but understandable.
Totally. The overflow, I know. Yeah. And it's, the good and the bad of the big show is it's big, and we are out of room. We've been out of room since they opened the North Hall 5 years ago. We're still out of room. I don't know. Yeah. It's a great problem to have. Yes. First world problems, I understand, but it's frustrating. So absolutely, like tips.
But I really, really, that was a lifesaver, because I felt like some of the talks, for me was really important, because maybe I had to do a write-up on it or take some insights away from it, and I couldn't get in the room. But anyway, so there isn't one, but maybe in terms of focus areas, like, where is some call out, apart from Ryan Gosling, who are those key speakers you're excited about, or maybe haven't done NRF before and it's their first time coming to the show?
Those are all good ways to look at it. I mean, we always start, it's, tradition. This is our 107th show. We always start with our chairman of our board, interviewing someone or being interviewed. So this year, obviously, our chairman of the board is Bob Eddy. He's chairman and CEO of BJ's Wholesale. He's actually going to be interviewing someone. We've turned the tables, which is Ed Stack, who is the founder and executive chairman of Dick's Sporting Goods. And Bob actually sits on the Dick's Sporting Goods board. So he knows all the secrets. So that's going to be a great one to start off with. Followed right after with our outgoing chairman of the board last year, John Furner, recently named new president and CEO of Walmart Global. He is the sitting U.S. president and CEO until end of January, but incredible. He is interviewing Sundar Pichai, the founder of Alphabet, Google.
Yeah.
All of the things there. So that is Sunday morning. We start off with Bob, and then we end the morning with John Furner. And in between,
Fanatics.
Fanatics. We look. It is Michael
Story,
Rubin,
right?
Michael Rubin he's a genius. He has done unbelievably well in everything he's done. But Fanatics is a story of just utter entrepreneurship. So he's going to be on stage, and he does not speak a lot. So this was a huge get for our team, and we couldn't be more excited.
I'm excited. I'd love to, because they're expanding over to Europe. So I'm really excited seeing what he's got to say.
No, it'll be wonderful. I mean, we have all sorts of another. I don't know what the person is you've always wanted to get. Like another wish list person is Fran Horowitz. She's the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch. Yep. Yeah. She is an absolute. Nothing exemplifies more of a leader than what she has done. You know, years ago, the quick turnaround. It hasn't been. She's been there for more than a decade. She typically just focuses on the business and is not on the speaking circuit. And we're honoring her this year as from our NRF Foundation as the retail visionary of the year. So she has agreed to also come and speak. And so she'll be speaking with Matt Shea, our boss, our CEO here at NRF, on stage Monday morning. So that is an incredible win. Following up, some other, you name a brand, I feel like they're on stage.
Yeah, they're all there.
So many good winners this year.
They're not just there. Their executives are there. And I think that's the other key point why people come to NRF is to meet those executives, listen to.
Have them walk the floor and get to meet them and not just have it be an in and out. I mean, that's something we strive for. And this year we're also pushing the envelope a little bit with content. So we have Gary V. I don't know if you know him, Gary V.
Yeah. Okay. Gary's coming.
So Gary's
you're based, right? So
he's brilliant, he's phenomenal, but he is not always in the box. He is not always G-rated. So look, but I think the industry responds to a little bit of like, you have to hear this now. And they're not platitudes, right? It's not a press release. It is, sometimes it's hard facts and it's hard to hear. And sometimes it's scary to hear. So we have Gary V starting off Tuesday morning. Wow. And then we'll end the day with Jason Goldberg, who is one of our NRF darlings, talking about what does the future hold, both from an AI perspective, but also more of a global perspective. So it's really some great content coming your way.
Oh my, it's such an understatement. You've got Ben Francis, for God's sake, who's the founder of Gymshark. Every teenage girl
and Emma Greed from Good American. I mean, talk about powerhouses. Harley really brings some of his best when he comes on stage.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. Okay, so listen, we're coming towards the end.
Yes.
You've got two visitors who come to NRF, long-standing, grey-haired old women, not grey-haired, people who have been in the industry a while. And then you've got you've got young people. Like for me, I'm bringing people who've never been to NRF with me. And this is they're in their 20s actually, right? And so I'm just really curious how you think about, fresh people that are coming for the first time. What should they know and how should they prepare? And then for the
stalwarts. We'll call them the stalwarts. Yes. Not old. Stalwarts. Yeah.
Exactly. How should they prepare for this year's? I'm just curious on your thoughts.
No, they're great questions. I mean, two things for both groups. One, and honestly, the most important, wear comfortable shoes. Just wear trainers or sneakers. It is cement. It is a lot of walking. It is miles and miles of walking. So please, go support your local Steve Madden or Nike or Adidas or any of those and buy some comfortable shoes. Could not be more important. Number two is plan the show. You will inevitably find 6 million people walking in between. It is essentially a 20-minute walk from one end to the other without interruptions.
Yeah.
Well, so plan your agenda. You can go on, obviously, to our website. In the coming days, hopefully days, we will have a schedule builder where you can put in some of your interests. So let's say it's omnichannel and AI and, digital, and it will kind of build out a schedule for you and help you deconflict. And hopefully you won't wind up going back and forth 100 times a day.
Yeah.
So that's one way, is really plan your attack. Make the meetings ahead of time. The app is really good for connecting with people you want directly. So plan out your day just like you would at work and leave yourself a little extra time, but plan for all the happy hours, plan for all the networking events. If you're into Joe Jonas, which I am, my kids say it's cringe to be into him, but I love him so much. There's a concert Monday night and you can get access once you buy your all access ticket. So there's all sorts of fun things to do, but it is exhausting. I know, but go in with the plan of those 3 days of just being networking, trying to meet new people. You never know who you're going to meet. Partnerships are born out of far less than the big shows. So give yourself those 3 days to really have no distractions and just be present and be there. And at the end of the day, you will come away learning, you'll come away with friends, you'll come away with valuable colleagues, and hopefully you will come away just, a little bit smarter to go back to your business.
100%. 100%. You'll lead with something. It's always a pleasure, and it has been for 14 years. So anyway, Gil, thank you so much. And I look forward to speaking to you next time on the show.
Sounds great. And everyone else, will see you in 38 days.
38 days. Bye.
Bye.